Antoinette has a big personality.
Energetic.
A force to be reckoned with.
Unwavering.
Headstrong.
She'll tell you she thinks one person can make a tremendous difference.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.
Make a difference.
So I grew up in the Bronx, specifically in Riverdale. I loved growing up there. Both my parents are professors, so I definitely grew up with a lot of emphasis on education. I was always obsessing about school projects.
Sometimes she would stay up all night.
She was such a perfectionist as a student.
And I would tell her, go to bed, stop that.
My parents always encouraged me to, reach for the stars.
We took Antoinette and Elia to Washington State, to where my family's from, to a farm working community at a really young age. We wanted them to have a sense that they were citizens of the world. She saw firsthand the contribution immigrants make to this country.
My grandpa Oscar always used to say, querer es poder, to want something is to be able to do it. If you have that drive and that passion inside of you, you'll be able to.
Antoinette decided when she was in the 7th grade, I want to be a politician. And from that point on, everything focused on achieving that goal.
Posse was an incredible scholarship.
To go from a place like the Bronx to middle of nowhere, Vermont, with a support system meant a lot. At Middlebury, people knew who the Posse Scholars were.
The support and love that she found with her posse helped give her more confidence.
She was the most vivacious one of the group.
It was hard to keep up because she was always in something.
She inspired the younger posse to take a more active role on campus.
Posse gave me that confidence of believing you can achieve great things.
The Posse experience, it cemented a lot of the ideas that she had growing up.
How you doing, everybody? Appreciate the rousing welcome today. We can go straight to your questions. Jim, do you want to get us started?
I someday dreamed of working in the White House. I never thought it would actually happen.
Her passion is infectious, and it's something that really rubs off on people.
When I first got to the administration, I was a press wrangler.
Being a press wrangler means that you are an ambassador to the press corps.
It's essentially herding cats. Rangel was a great wrangler.
I traveled all over the country with the president. I got promoted to Deputy Director of Hispanic Media.
That was a role that hadn't existed before.
I curated our bilingual Twitter account and Facebook page. Hispanics have the highest rates of uninsurance, and so when we were doing the launch of the Affordable Care Act, it was so important to get the message out to them.
She really turbocharged the efforts of the Spanish language media operation here at the White House.
Que ningún obstáculo es muy grande.
Having Antoinette work so closely with me, I can get at least twice as much done.
I start my day very early. I look at all the different memos that go to senior staff.
She's somebody who I think could be legitimately described as a taskmaster.
There are spokespeople assigned to all the different issue areas in government, and they come run through prep with him, and he goes out on TV almost every day. I really think constantly about the work that we do and how it impacts the American people. Every day that I come in, this place takes my breath away. George Clooney does a lot of humanitarian work, and so he was here to meet the president. All the press were teasing me that I'm like George Clooney's handler for the day, so that was pretty fun. And he gave me a hug. It kind of changed my life.
She devotes so much of her life to caring about other people.
She's always one to rally around a cause.
Even while she was working at the White House, volunteered once a week to spend the night at a women's shelter.
She still feels this need to try to change things, to help people.
The president is determined to ensure that the kind of leadership that we have here in the White House reflects the diversity of the country that he's leading.
Posse gave me an identity when I went to college, and I feel like that has continued on, whether it's law school or here at the White House.
Access to higher education is a high priority here. We want to support organizations that really help exemplary students like Antoinette.
There's not a lot of people that are from the Bronx that make it up here. So many different issues that impact the Hispanic community, and she's that voice right now.
If you dream big, you can attain it with hard work. Someone from humble beginnings can be sitting 50 feet from the Oval Office.
Antoinette is the perfect example of the leaders our kids can become, the kind of leader that can change the world.
She represents the best of what our country has to offer.
We're so proud of you. Congratulations.
I love you so much.
You inspire me to no end.
I knew you were going to make it far.
I can't wait to see what the future's going to hold for you.
I assumed you'd be president by now, but this is pretty close.
Tonya, felicidades.